Today, I'm going to teach you how to answer what is probably the most common question in private equity, how to calculate levered yields in less than 10 seconds. So let's imagine you buy a building for $99 and you're going to finance this purchase with debt, let's say a senior loan or mortgage to 75% loan to cost, and a senior interest rate of 4.5%. And let's imagine this building was bought at a cap rate or an unlevered yield of 6%. What is your return on equity? What some people might call your levered yield or your cash yield. You should be able to answer this in 10 seconds. Let's see how you do. Now we'll go over the answer for all the summer analysts and MBA associates still listening. So most people in college take a corporate finance class where they learn about the capital asset pricing model, or CAPM for short. And this formula basically describes the return on equity of a stock as a function of the risk-free rate or interest rate in the economy, how much riskier that stock is than the market, and what the return on the market is in excess of the risk-free rate. And most people only think about this formula conceptually in the context of stocks, publicly traded companies, but it generalizes to all assets, from companies to real estate, to bonds and fixed income. And the way to use this formula is to think of the return on equity as the levered yield, the risk-free rate as the interest rate on your debt, the market return as the return on your asset, what some people call a cap rate or an unlevered yield. And in that context, the market risk premium is the spread on the cost of capital. And beta, rather than relative risk, is your leverage. So here's what that formula looks like now. So looking back to the original example, we're solving for our levered yield. Our unlevered yield or cap rate was 6%. Our debt to equity, 75% to 25%, or 3. Our interest rate, 4.5%, and our spread on cost of capital, 1.5%, or 150 bips. So now, let's see how long it takes. 6% plus 3 times 150 bips. That's 10.5%.